Welcome back to Raw is Retro on the Sharpshooters Wrestling YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Big Ross Man, and joining me as ever is Lord Manny Hayes.
Or D. Malenko, the man with 1,000 names.
And I'm titillating Eric because I'm still in that for Manny. I'm titillating today.
Nice. It's titillating.
Titillating. I got the tits for it, so why not? Anyway.
Could be part of the New American Males, whatever they're called.
I submitted my application. Full body and all.
Nice. How'd you look in tennis shorts?
No comment.
Say delightful. Just say delightful, Eric. That's all you have to do.
That's behind the paywall.
Manny.
You got to pay for that.
Manny, delicious. You ain't seen thighs like this since KFC, man. And Manny, with gravy, baby, with gravy.
Oh, donate to the Patreon if you want to see them thighs, them gravy thighs.
Oh, this episode has already derailed.
Yeah, let's kick it off with Vince McMahon. He's in the ring. He's talking to the Undertaker. It's exactly the same thing as last week.
Collusion.
He's trying to find out if he's in cahoots.
He's mad because the Undertaker didn't answer his question last week, and so he's going to put him in a match, and then the Undertaker leaves.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's like, what? And then it leads to Vince McMahon coming back out, telling Steve Austin the same thing. And then when Steve Austin says, I'm going to leave, well, then if you leave, I'm going to strip your title. So it's just not consistent booking. Like, Undertaker gets to walk away unscathed, but Steve Austin loses his title. What?
Poor Steve. Our first match of the night is Triple H versus D'Lo Brown for the European Championship. Good match.
Chest protector for the win, baby.
Yeah.
D'Lo brings out all the big moves. He hits the sky high at one point.
MVP and match of the night right here for me, baby. Spoiler. Because everything else went downhill from here.
I liked Mark Henry's slow-ass run to the ring for his interference spot. He goes so slowly.
The one thing I've noticed from watching these retro episodes is that, like the ability that we see people hop over the top rope, like when they springboard. Yeah. No one could do that because they were struggling to get over the barricade. Most people looked like they was going to trip and bite it. And I was like,
it's Mark Henry.
Yeah, but Owen Hart couldn't do it. And it was somebody else that couldn't do it.
Last week. D'Lo kind of tried, he kind of just like stalled. He got to the point and then just stalled and almost fell over it.
It's kind of like me when I try to hop a fence. It's like, I just can't get over this part. It's like a mental block.
I can't do that anymore. No.
I couldn't do it ever. It was always a dream to hop a fence, and I never could do it.
I had to have severe momentum to jump over those.
I ain't gonna lie. I did hop one fence, but it was not intentionally, so I don't count. I was being chased by a dog, and I don't know how I hit that fence, but I did. I was
adrenaline, Eric. Adrenaline.
I was a parkour motherfucker that day. And I was like, "Whoo, that great day they go get me." And then it took me about 20 minutes to get down because I was like, "Damn, this is kind of high up."
The referee's distracted. Rock gets in the ring, hits Triple H. Really kind of messy rock bottom. Didn't look very good. But then D'Lo covers him and wins the title. D'Lo's a new European champion. And that feels right. That feels Attitude Era. D'Lo with the European belt.
I remember that.
Yeah. It's the first kind of one of those little things in my mind. It's like, that feels right. That's natural. D'Lo holds that belt for a long time. There's a lot of celebration backstage with the nation.
Owen Hart kisses D'Lo Brown.
Because Owen Hart is a big proprietor of black and white relations.
He was. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. DX are pissed, but no one cares. Brawl for all. Dr. Death.
JR's boy.
JR's boy. Christ, could JR's tongue be any further up his ass? I'm sure he's great, but he's not a fighter. He just throws wild haymakers at poor Rebecca Pierre in this and wins by 35-5 score?
Yeah.
That man turned to PCO. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about this match. It was Dr. Death versus a not PCO. Didn't know he was going to be PCO eventually.
And then we get the crawl of shame. The crawl of shame.
Yeah. Yes, it's the Val Venus segment with Mrs. Yamaguchi-san.
But this is her fault. She deserved it.
So, as I was watching this, the bald guy, that's not Ishii, right?
No.
Okay.
He looks like him, but he's not.
I was like, is that Ishii? I was like, I don't think
no,
it
it's
is.
that you're thinking of Dick Togo. Dick Togo.
Okay. I was
He's
like,
got
is that
a t-shirt, hasn't he?
is that Hakushi without the tattoos? Like, who is he? Like, I was trying to figure out who he was. But the crawl of shame, and then like for me, watching this, being 42 years of age, I'm like, this is so culturally insensitive because I'm almost 100% sure this is not a traditional punishment in Japanese culture. I would hope not. That you crawl through the legs and get paddled. That just seems like that sounds like some freaky foreplay right there to me. But whatever.
No, but Eric, let alone doing it in front of an audience and then in front of your boys, in front of your gang, essentially.
That's some mob shit right there, man. I mean, I don't know. And then Val Venus comes in for the save for the spoiler next week of he saves Taka's sister and he was Taka was gonna let his sister get paddled in front of the audience, but sleeping with a white man, no, that ain't happening.
Well, Taka was respecting the sanctity of a man's marriage and a woman.
But she gave head to the man the week prior.
Yeah, but he's letting her husband deal with it till it was like, nah, this has gone too far.
Man, I appreciate you trying to make sense of this, man. I really do.
Our next match, in inverted commas, is supposed to be Animal taking on Skull.
Why is the DOA a thing?
I have one question. Just one question. What were they going to do with the motorcycle to Animal? What were they going to do?
Run him over.
No, because it looked like they would spread his legs, like they were going to put the wheel between his. I didn't know what they were going to do.
Paul Ellering was evil in this moment.
I was like, are they about to do donuts on his balls? What are they doing? I was confused.
Our next match is Steve Blackman with Ken and Dan. They need a name, those three.
That was a badass group, though. When they came down to the ring, they was all in shape. They all looked like they was full of hell. This match actually wasn't that bad.
And then they take on Jeff with the Southern Justice Boys and Tennessee Lee. This is still going. Jeff and Steve have feuded forever, almost as long as Ken and the Nation at this point.
Racism at its best, right there. Southern Justice, baby. Southern Justice.
Blackman wins in 2 minutes.
I mean, he looks like he was the bodyguard for the Klan's rally. Like, you can't come in, boy.
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion about Henry Godwin that he might be a full-on Confederate fan, shall we say?
Now we get into the segment that said, "What the fuck next?" I can't wait for this one.
Is this the Austin?
Oh no! Okay, never mind. I'm a little. It's,
Michael Cole and the Undertaker.
No. It's
no. Where are you?
When we get there, I'll wait for it. I'll wait for the ride because I have some things to say.
We get Michael Cole trying to talk to the Undertaker. The Undertaker's out of here. He's leaving. He's got all his stuff. He's going.
It's going home. First of all, can we just say, is it me or is it wrong watching the Undertaker walk out with a carry-on luggage? Like, it didn't feel right. It's like the Undertaker shouldn't carry luggage.
Yeah, you missed an episode where Undertaker walks into the arena dressed in his sweats, just like a regular man.
Really? Okay.
He was American Badass Undertaker in '98. Like,
no, this was I'm a Dad Undertaker.
Oh. Grey tracky bottoms on, his big jumper.
I'm just sitting there like Undertaker on camera only wore one thing, so why did he need a luggage?
That's a good point. Then we get we go into the war zone and we get the Steve Austin segment. It's supposed to be an interview, but Austin grabs the mic and does his Austin stuff.
And it brings out Vince.
Yeah.
Vince.
And then we get the thing that Eric said earlier about if Austin walks away, then he'll get stripped of his title.
Yeah.
Not fair. And it will just be given to the Undertaker as well. It will just be crowned. He's not Triple H. Just give him a world title. Make him work for it. We get Owen and the Nation taking on Farouk. It's been a while since we've seen Farouk.
This is part that made me cry inside. I was like, damn.
Farouk is so lost.
Like Farouk was inside of the Nation. His slinglet looked like it still had Nation remnants on it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in impeccable shape, and like him and Owen had a solid match. But I was just like, damn, they really kicked you out and had nothing for you.
He can't find Bradshaw quick enough, can he? At this point,
no.
Yeah.
So that would be later this year, wouldn't it? The Acolytes would form.
Yeah.
Around October time, so not long until Farouk's back kicking ass every week.
But I think this is a good lesson to people who watch wrestling now. It's like you never know what happens to performers. Like you see somebody, it's like, oh man, they're not doing shit, and then next thing you know, they might be in one of the best tag teams ever created. Because I mean, APA, the Acolytes, like they started off rough, but then they turned into the APA, and I think they had a solid career.
Yeah.
Farouk's been lost twice already in his run. When he came in as the bloody gladiator. With
that's because of Sunny, man. She didn't like black people there, so she made sure she was going to derail his career.
Then he got the Nation on the up, and now he's just lost Farouk, and he's back up with the Acolytes and the APA. So yeah, it like you just said, stick with it. Someone's career's not over just because they've got a bad gimmick at this point. You never know what's going to come. Owen wins with the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Of course, Farouk was never going to win. And then we see Ken Shamrock. He appears.
Yay.
Then we get Paul Bearer backstage, promising that the Undertaker's not on their side.
Is Paul Bearer with the blonde highlights? Is that just only off-putting to me, or is that to everybody else? Because that was weird.
I got used to it.
Okay.
Because he was also not coming out looking like a ghoul with the over white face.
Yeah, the really white face.
Sometimes they say this is a reason why you don't go back and look at old shit, because it just really messes you up with your head.
We get Maro and Jackie out.
This is it. This is the moment.
Bad. This was so bad.
I have so many questions, and sorry guys if we need to stay here. Right, Ross, I have to take over. I have a question for you. Okay. First and foremost, where the hell was Sable going with the outfit that she had on? Like, there's no way you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, this is what I'm wearing today.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
Then it gets ripped off. And I swear to God, Jerry Lawler act like he ain't never seen a woman wear black underwear before. I was like, black underwear might be the most consistent pair of panties that somebody might wear. And I was
but the ones that Lawler normally sees have normally got like childhood images on them and training bras.
Wow. Wow. I mean, he was the R. Kelly of the WWE. Exactly. He liked them young. The segment was just so bizarre, man. And it's just, it was hyping up a bikini contest. And I'm like,
yeah, it was hyping up a bikini contest, and it ends with Edge hitting his move to Mark Monroe.
That the camera missed.
Yeah. They're probably looking for Edge in the crowd somewhere. Not used to him being in the ring. We see it after the break. Basically, we get a little replay of what happened.
And the little that you got wasn't even a good shot. It's like you see the aftermath. It's like, man.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels is back. Back on commentary.
Yay.
For the final half an hour. Like, what's he been doing? Has he just turned up, or was he supposed to be just for this half hour? Like, I don't understand why he's only just here now.
Seems like it.
We get highlights of a Brawl for All match, don't we? We don't actually see the Brawl for All.
Thank God, best Brawl for All just highlights, man. Just give it to
me. Two Card Scorpio and 8 Ball in this one.
This sounds like this seems like a real fight in someplace backwood country, someplace like this happened.
Yeah. 8 Ball's not happy that Scorpio wandered into his neck of the woods.
Exactly. What you doing in this part, boy?
Yeah,
you don't belong here. Excuse me, sir, but I'm Scorpio. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's over.
Scorpio whooped his ass. Scorpio
exactly.
The Rock promises there's no way that X-Pac will take his title, and he's right because he doesn't. But we get The Rock versus X-Pac for the IC title.
So this was bad. It was fine at the beginning, but then it got bad.
So the thing about it, it's like, and I know I've complained about this, is like, if it doesn't feature the Nation or DX or Rock Austin, then it's not a match. But then when they give us the people that is not featured, I'm like, damn, I don't want these people. Like, I don't want DOA and the Legion of Doom. Don't need that. It's like, This was a very bad time. Very, very bad time.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happens in the match, but none of it is any good, really. I expect more from The Rock and X-Pac. I thought they could put on a really good match. But it's like it's not about them. It's about all the stuff they can get into after the match. It seems that's the only reason these matches are put on.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. A really weird way to book your show. China knocks out the referee. The Nation and a bit of DX brawl. And DX celebrate at the end, even though X-Pac lost.
Because it was officially. Swerve coming. Swerve, man. Swerve. Official Swerve Scott right here.
Our main event is a 2-on-1 handicap match. Kane and Mankind, versus Steve Austin. I feel like I've seen this so often.
And it was only just the beginning. It was only just the beginning.
This isn't even the beginning. This is the middle.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you guys because I know you guys have seen all this. And for me, I was like, man, I'm already done with this as it is.
It seems like I don't care about this, but breaking the fourth wall. I have been recording for about 3 hours in total today.
Yeah.
Yes, Manny has seen the many different forms of Eric, so I can understand him being tired. Like you guys who watch Raw's Retro, you won't see the true final form until the next episode after this one and Fourth Wall that was recorded before everything else. So it should be hilarious because
we're all over the place tonight. I mean, DQ finish, obviously, because it's Raw. Manny, your match of the night?
The Crawl of Shame. It's not even a match. The Crawl of Shame is getting my match of the night.
Should we change it to Moment of the Night, you reckon?
Yeah. No, because normally there is a match of the night, but there was nothing on this show that you could do. Well, maybe one of the D-Lo title match. But
I am changing my vote. The match of the night had to be the Brawl for It All that was pre-taped between Scorpio Sky and the Harris Twin. Because you know what? That's the only thing it was short, sweet, to the point. That's what happened.
Mean, they're 3 minutes as it is, but the fact that you can get it into a highlight package and it still looks somewhat boring is incredible that they can do that. My match of the night is Owen versus Freak. I really enjoyed that. Your MVP, Eric?
MVP. Damn. This is hard. Yeah, I guess the chest protector and D-Lo. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I like to see D-Lo getting over. He comes out of the Nation pretty well, D-Lo, and does well for a little while. There we go. That is it for this episode of Raw is Retro. That's the 20th of June, 1998. July, sorry. We're closing in on the back half of the year and some good pay-per-views. But this was the go-home show for Fully Loaded, which isn't a good pay-per-view.
Not loaded at all.
No.
Firing blanks.
Yeah. Yep. We'll get into that card, I suppose, at the start of the next episode of Raw's War.
98 was rough, y'all. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys letting me be here. I should have did that on the last episode, but I didn't.
That's all right, mate. You're welcome. This is your show. We're just on your network.
Nah, network's got to make money to be a profitable call something. We don't make shit.
We're close. We're close.
Super chat, we're on the way. No, the quote, Super chat, we coming for you.
Yeah, we ain't reading no comments once we get super chat. Unless you pay, we're reading it out.
Yeah, we're only reading those paid comments. Anyway, that is it for this week's episode of Raw is Retro. You can find us in all the usual places, which Manny is now pointing to on your screen. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the places. Make sure you check out every show that's on the YouTube channel. There's loads every week. The subscription numbers are going up. The views are going up. Wrestling is good, even if you don't always agree with everything that's happened every week. There is always a kind of a highlight of the week. And yeah, that's it, I suppose. We'll be back again next week with a really quick, fully loaded review.
Yeah.
And some more Raw is War. So until then, boys, only one thing left to do.
Oh, Manny's judgmental eyes of being hilarious.
Oh, what are you doing?
I was prepared for my vibe, but
you're like a mime.
Holding his way onto the screen.
Manny, I lost my vibe. Like you said, we've been recording a long time. I have no fuel in me. I need to go eat.